through the city, yeah, you know I keep my dime riding with me while I'm these highs.
We always rooting for the home team.
Home team.
We always want to see him win.
Dubs.
I watched a video today with Gilbert Arenas. Who else was in there? It was a little interview with him talking about he believes the hype on the Rockets, right?
Yeah.
But they also said like 3 to 4 years, and I was gonna say I agree. I don't think it's happening this year. I think that we're great. I think that we're good. I think that we're young.
Well, let's talk about how good.
Yeah.
Because the Rockets right now, 32-16, tied for the second spot. Actually, we have the second spot, but we had the same record as Memphis that hold the third spot.
Yep.
Thing is, we beat them last month. We also beat them again. We beat them twice, 2 out of 3 times last month. We also beat those Mavs that just traded away Luka. We also beat the Celtics that are the NBA champs.
Two times.
We got a lot of young talent.
Right.
Now, what I wanted to get to was there's something called the NBA trade deadline that's coming up on Thursday this week, which means we got to pump this video out
On the 6th?
before that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's the day the King was born. Just so y'all know.
Oh, God.
Happy birthday.
We appreciate you.
Yeah. The trade deadline is coming up. Now, rumor has it there are guys on the block. We didn't know Luka was on the block. If Luka was on the block, this would be a completely different conversation. But guys that's on the block, Jimmy Butler and De'Aaron Fox. Now, I've been pretty clear. I don't want this part of Jimmy. Jimmy had a chance to come here in his prime. He's from here, and we would have been glad to have him.
Chance,
but this
bro.
version of Jimmy,
You had your chance, bro.
we don't need that. We don't need, and smartly, the Rockets ain't looking at it. The Rockets know he would come in and instantly interrupt that.
Right.
And the production wouldn't match up. But De'Aaron Fox, I was a fan of them doing what it takes to bring in De'Aaron Fox. I agree with you with what you initially said when you was talking about how it ain't happening this year.
Nah.
What I see is a crew of young guys that are overachieving. Everybody's getting better. There's a culture here now of everybody playing intense defense. Guys ain't scared to shoot. They ain't scared to find who's hot, and everybody just going to get theirs, and it's leading to wins.
Right.
And the Rockets, it makes sense that they hesitant to disrupt that mix by trading somebody. But I don't think you get to the next level without trading somebody, without getting that superstar. It's not about getting rid of guys. It's about getting that superstar. And I think De'Aaron Fox might be the guy. To me, De'Aaron Fox is an upgrade from Fred VanVleet. The problem is if you move Fred VanVleet, you have to wonder about what your chemistry is going to look like.
Yeah, and the games.
But I think we got the leadership though,
And the games.
to get
I'm gonna have
past
to
it.
agree with you there. Fred VanVleet was giving us some crucial
Fred
buckets.
VanVleet ain't
And let's
never-
not talk about when he shot it from the parking lot. I forgot which game that was. He shot it from the parking lot, bro. Like he's been giving us some buckets.
Hey, I was trying to say VanVleet on his best day
is not
is not De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah.
Okay.
De'Aaron Fox
we
put
gonna
up
have to
VanVleet
move.
numbers, and we gonna say what's the problem with De'Aaron Fox?
And so he's on the trading block, but we have to move somebody.
Yeah.
And then I think you told me
What you
Fred
think?
Van.
I want to go ahead and hear your idea.
Yeah, 'cause I was gonna say Fred
This is my
VanVleet.
response to you in that. This is what you had me wait for on Facebook. So, I want to hear what your mind going with who we should let go.
Well, I think that we just signed Jalen Green. I think he promising. I think we keep him. There are about 4 or 5 guys on this team that I find are untouchable.
Okay.
I think that's definitely Jalen Green, Şengün, Amin Thompson. Those 3 for sure.
Yeah.
And then I think you need to keep one or the other, Van Fleet or Dylan Brooks, for the sake of chemistry.
Yeah.
I think that makes them untradeable.
Yeah.
I don't think everybody else is untradeable. For De'Aaron Fox, I would put together a package that would include several of those players and several draft picks, maybe. A combination.
Yeah, because we got him.
So that leaves guys like Tari Eason can go for De'Aaron Fox. Cam Whitmore could go for De'Aaron Fox. We don't know, even on his best day, if Cam Whitmore will ever be as good as De'Aaron Fox. What we do know is that we can use a superstar right now to elevate our team.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Aaron Holiday can go for De'Aaron Fox. I said before Van Fleet could go, and we could keep Brooks because I like what Brooks. Remember how
I'm gonna say
yeah, I ain't know no more.
Boy, did he break it or tie the
record for 3-pointers?
Tie the record and Jay's a whole new. Yeah, I like this guy now.
Jabari Smith Jr. could go for me. I think he got real high value, and if you give up Jabari, you can give up less on the back end.
Right.
For the picks that we have this year, we don't have we have one first rounder for this year. It's a top 10 protected pick. That if it don't land in the top 10, OKC get it. But if it do land in the top 10, then we have the right to swap that pick with Phoenix or Brooklyn. So whoever got the highest pick, we could have that. So
give me that.
Brooklyn got the number 1 overall pick. We could potentially land. I don't know how bad they are though. We don't got to go there though. But for the future, we got a second round pick 2025 for this year. We got 3 second round picks, no first rounder for 2026, and that's just to say any combination of those with the players that I mentioned is what I'd be willing to give up for De'Aaron Fox.
Bro, and then we got a bunch of first rounds after that. I know that's probably you didn't go that far, but 28, 29, 30, yeah, like we got first rounds in all those years. That's wild. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's crazy how y'all both said that like they're just out producing what we feel like they're still we still rebuilding. Right. And I want it now. I'm an impatient type of guy, so it's like I see it and I'm like, oh yeah, this is it. This ain't it. We looking great. We looking there, but
am I that far off?
You're not that far off. This is my thing. You can't keep everything. You can't keep everything. You want a divorce, but you still want to keep more than the house. And I said this. You got to give up. Sometimes you got to give up the parking lot and one of the cars and probably the garage just to still keep the house. You cut your nose off to spite your face, but you got to let some go. One of those people will be Fred VanVleet. Fred VanVleet would have to go. Now, I am with you it'll be harder to move between Dillo and also Jabari. I think Jabari's a guaranteed go.
Yeah.
So the domino will be Torrey Eason in one of those picks.
Torrey Eason's a nice one. I like that.
And then Torrey
if you give up Jabari, you can probably keep Cam Whitmore. If you give up Cam Whitmore,
you can't keep Cam Whitmore. It's 2 dominoes and all that. It's Cam Whitmore, it's Torrey Eason, and it's Jabari Smith. 2 of those gotta go. Because they're gonna try to leverage Jay Sean too. Yeah. They will try to leverage Jay Sean. Yeah. And because he's the last bit of the first start of the rebuild. Now, De'Aaron Fox to the De'Aaron Fox thing. Being out of Houston, Texas, I love it. Cypress, Texas.
Hey, one time.
I love it.
One time.
My thing is, can he be what Chris Paul was, which is take the back seat and just say, Jalen, the men, y'all go. I'm going to feed y'all. That's my problem.
You wildin'.
That's my problem.
There's not one player on our team right now that is better than De'Aaron Fox. Why would he take a back seat? He could drive this thing. And once he started collecting the attention that they going to have to pay him, play through Şengün and Jalen Green. Because De'Aaron Fox will go get you 40 points in a win. He will. But with the young guys that we got, he'll go get you 20 and 15.
Yeah.
I think that, and De'Aaron Fox is probably the fastest player in the league right now.
I think that he has to take a backseat. I agree. I think he got to take a little bit of a backseat. He got to let these boys develop. You got to let these boys develop. If they don't touch the ball, they don't understand.
He's 25.
There we go.
Yeah,
there we go.
He's not old, but
De'Aaron Fox is 25.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
He is also a young guy too.
But we got to understand. We got to also put it in perspective. Like, he comes to the Rockets. There's a chance he can also get one game where he get a quadruple double, which ain't been done since Hakeem Olajuwon.
Yeah.
But are we gonna wait for moments like that just to take losses?
No. What I was saying this for was because I think now is the time to go in for a superstar. Now, obviously, the Rockets sent a report saying that they willing to stand pat. They don't see De'Aaron Fox as the guy that they should move the chips in for. Yeah. That don't mean it's not gonna happen. I got contracts here, bro. This says Contracts
about
for the
it.
next season.
No, he's going to be right because Fred Van Vliet is going to be on a 2-year sign.
Yeah, we thought that. Yeah,
No. Fred Van Vliet, because they haven't negotiated it yet. They might have talked about that. That might be the rumor. But Fred Van Vliet is owed 44.8 mil on a team option next year. He probably won't get that.
No.
That'll probably get cut. Now, hopefully, there was a talk when he got signed about how, we're going to overpay you on the front end, but we need a haircut on the back end when we have to pay Jalen Green and these other guys.
Right.
Hopefully that was the conversation because Jalen Green, his salary jumps up to 33 mil next season, and Şengün's salary jumps up to 33.9. That's more than double what they being paid right now against the salary cap. So next season, we got guys up for extension. That's going to be Jabari Smith Jr., Aaron Holiday, Tari Eason, and Jay Sean Tate. All of these guys are up for extensions at the end of this season. Then after that, next season, we're going to have to negotiate with guys like Cam Whitmore, Landale, Amin Thompson, and Dylan Brooks. These are guys that'll be up for contract extension now. After that. Okay. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because the guys that I floated this online and everybody wants to stand pat and keep what you got, those guys will be traded regardless. Yeah. What you have coming is what's called a balloon payment, where all of these young guys you drafted within 2 years of each other, they're going to be up for pay at the same time. Everybody can't go, which means that it's inevitable. A group of these guys will be traded for something because we won't just lose them for nothing and not go negotiate with them. They will be traded for that guy. So it's going to happen. I'm just saying I thought De'Aaron Fox was the guy. Now, the next guy that pops up, maybe in the off season, maybe a day or two before Thursday or whatever, there'll be a different conversation, about whether or not he's the guy. But the fact of the matter is, those boys are gonna get traded.
Yeah, I give you that. It is inevitable. We have reached a point of it being inevitable, but also my comment on that is, are you willing to risk it all for a 1-year rental right now? Because this is how a player can you give them a little rope, they'll also hang themselves with it.
You talking about Fox?
And that's why I go with Fox.
I don't make the trade unless we know we got an extension.
Exactly.
He got to come here and sign that first.
But the thing is, what that point guard price looks like. What that point guard for Fox, what you paying them? Because you gonna.
I think this number that they gonna not give Van Vliet.
That's what you pay.
I think that's what you pay.
But that gives you 44 mil to go.
That gives you a big 3.
24.
And everybody else is role players.
So you saying you brought down from 44. You say 20 mil a year, right? So
Van Vliet will probably sign 4 years, 20 mil, something around there.
So you got $24 million that you just freed up out of 48, 44.
44.8 actually.
So yeah, if you saying go 20 mil on your math, 20 mil, that means you cut 24. So you got $24 million you just freed up. Salary cap always goes high. So
No. It sounds like it would be that way, but you got Şengün and Jalen Green. Jalen Green this year, I believe, is getting 11 mil or 9 mil. No. He's getting more. Jalen Green must be the one getting 12 mil, and Şengün is getting 9 mil. At the end of this season, those salaries bump up to over 33 mil, which means that any money you save on the Van Vliet deal is not free money. It's going straight into their pockets.
So back to what we originally said. It has to be where
Van Vliet has to
go. Van Vliet either has to go or Dylan has to go. So one of them have to go. So
that's what Jay. I agree with that. I agree with that. It's time now. Like you said.
It might not be time now.
I agree with them
staying pat too if they don't think that's the guy. But when they do think the guy that is available, you can't stand pat at that point. They got until the end of this next season to trade some of those young guys to avoid the balloon.
I would always try to keep Torrey or Cam over Jay Sean.
1,000.
Hey, we can this segment getting long.
Yeah, let's get it out.
We can end it right here. Hold on. Let me end it right here. Cam Whitmore will be traded. You know that, right? This is one of them times I'm gonna make a prediction, and then when it's right, I'm gonna throw that shit out there on social media.
Good, because I'm gonna say he's not, and he needs to stay here.
Cam Whitmore will be
not. It's not happening
in 2 years.
It's not happening.
No.
In 2 years,
between this offseason and next trade deadline, Cam Whitmore will be gone.
He put a timestamp.
I got next year. I got him on next year. He may gonna get tired of him.
Hey, wait till this boy start balling. Wait till this boy start balling. Either way, it's Rockets holding that.
Riding through the city, yeah, you know I keep my dime riding with me while I'm these high.